Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the game Tales from the Borderlands for the PlayStation 4. This is my second Telltale game. After I played Batman Telltale, I was like, this is really cool. I want another experience like this. And Batman Telltale was the first Telltale game that I was actually interested in. But I went back to all the games that they had made before, and Borderlands was kind of half interesting for me because I didn't like the main Borderland games. They were too hard for me. There was too much grinding. It's not my type of game. But I really enjoyed like the comedy and the lore and the world of Borderlands. So I was like, I could probably enjoy a Telltale Borderlands game. So I got Tales from the Borderlands, and I was really happy with it. I enjoyed this game. I can now say that my craving for Telltale games is satisfied for now, so I'm looking forward to going back to regular games. But I'm looking forward to future Telltale games. I hope Batman and Tales from the Borderlands both get a sequel. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy when that one comes out. I hope they do some more Marvel properties. I'm a big Marvel guy, so hopefully we get some more of those. But anyways, Tales from the Borderlands, I liked it. I didn't like it as much as Batman, though. I think Batman had a better story. I think Batman looked a little bit better, and there were some gameplay elements of Batman that I liked better. However, Tales from the Borderlands ran better than Telltale's Batman Telltale. In Batman Telltale, there were a lot of audio and graphical glitches, and Tales from the Borderlands didn't have nearly as much. I mean, the Telltale games, they definitely still don't run perfectly. There's still a lot of issues in graphical and audio glitches, but Tales from the Borderlands ran a lot better than Batman Telltale. But I still think Batman Telltale looked a little bit better when it was running perfectly. And as far as the gameplay element goes, I like better in Batman. When in these games, when you get control of your character and you're kind of exploring environments, I didn't really enjoy that in Tales from the Borderlands because it kind of just felt like a chore. Like just all of a sudden the story comes to an abrupt halt and you're exploring, and it just wasn't very. Those segments weren't very enjoyable for me. I was like, let's get back to just like the regular pacing of the story, the quick time events, the conversation choices. I enjoyed that part. Whereas in Batman Telltale, when you get to the parts where you're controlling the character and exploring, then you also have to set up the mystery and solve the puzzle of how the crime happened. I really enjoyed that in Batman, whereas in Tales from the Borderlands, it wasn't as interesting. It felt like it was just an abrupt stop to the pace of the story. I just kind of wanted it to keep going, and I was enjoying the quick time events and conversation choices better than controlling the character and exploring the environments. Also, like. I feel like the Telltale games need to come up with a better idea for those segments of exploring, because they could be done better. There was just a kind of issues like you can miss stuff really easily. I don't know. These games are really fun. I'm enjoying the Telltale games. I'm glad I got to experience 2 of them now. But there's just they feel so rough around the edges, you know. There needs to be a lot of polishing done to them, and I'm surprised that they haven't figured it out by now because they've made so many of these games, But I'm sure they'll have slow improvements with each release. But let's talk about the story. I thought the story was pretty good. It starts out pretty slow, to be honest. I started it out, and my brother was watching me play because he wanted to check it out as well. He's a huge Borderlands fan. And it kind of has a slow start, except for that one guy's voice. Can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's the voice of Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, and Joe from Family Guy, and he had that show, Rules of Engagement, I think it was called. I can't remember, but that guy, you know that voice. He has a wonderful voice. It was cool seeing him in there, but the beginning was a little bit slow. It was kind of like not super interesting, and there wasn't a whole lot of a lot of the jokes weren't landing for me, and that's one of the parts I love about Borderlands is the comedy. But the game definitely picks up in the later episodes. It wasn't as funny as I had hoped. There's not a whole lot of comedy. I wish there was more. Like there's a decent amount of comedy. There's definitely a lot more comedy than there was in Batman Telltale. But I feel like there could have been more, especially because the Borderlands writers are so good at having comedy, like in pretty much all of the dialogue in the main games. So I was hoping for more of that. I was satisfied with the amount of comedy. I was just hoping there would be more. The story was pretty good. Like, everything kind of got better as the game went on. The first episode, I think, was just really slow, and then everything got better. But the ending of the game was a little bit rough because it felt like it was supposed to end earlier than it was. Like if it had ended when I thought it was going to end, it would have been like a really like unsatisfying bad ending. But then it just kind of kept going, and there was this huge like monster fight thing that was really cool. It just felt like the ending was elongated for some reason. I don't know why I felt that way. I guess I kind of got this feeling like the game was going to end, and then it just kept going on for like an hour longer. But in the end, I think that after I had finished the game, I think the ending was good. Unfortunately, I didn't get Claptrap because I killed the father figure guy, and I also didn't get enough money. So I didn't get Claptrap. I went on YouTube and watched all the Claptrap scenes. It makes me sad that I didn't get him. I wish I had known to save my money so I could get Claptrap in the end. But yeah, overall, Tales from the Borderlands, it was a good game. I think Batman Telltale is better in a lot of ways. But Tales of the Borderlands was good. It was a good experience. I'm glad I got to play it. And I'm satisfied with my Telltale games now. I'm looking forward to going back to regular games. I'll probably be playing a first-person shooter next because I need something very much action-orientated after playing these story time games. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.